In the early 1900s, interactions between China and Africa were minimal, primarily involving small-scale trade and the presence of Chinese laborers in African territories under European colonial rule. These engagements were sporadic and lacked formal diplomatic relations. Mid-20th century anti-colonial solidarity and diplomatic foundations. The mid-20th century marked a pivotal shift as both China and African nations pursued liberation from colonial powers. China extended support to African liberation movements, providing moral and material assistance. A significant milestone was the establishment of diplomatic relations with Egypt in 1956, marking China's first official diplomatic engagement with an African country. In the 1960s, China actively supported various African liberation movements, offering military training and resources. For instance, China provided training to rebels in Guinea-Bissau and supported the Frelimo movement in Mozambique. Late 20th century economic cooperation and infrastructure development. Following the Cultural Revolution, China's focus shifted towards economic modernization. In Africa, this translated into significant infrastructure projects, notably the construction of the Tanzania-Zambia Railway, TAZARA, between 1970 and 1975, which facilitated regional trade and connectivity. By 1979, China had established official relations with 44 African countries, significantly enhancing its foreign relations environment. Early 21st century strategic partnerships and economic expansion. The 21st century has witnessed a deepening of Sino-African relations, characterized by substantial trade growth and strategic partnerships. The establishment of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, in 2000 institutionalized high-level dialogues and cooperation frameworks. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, launched in 2013, further solidified its commitment to African development through investments in infrastructure, energy, and telecommunications. By 2021, China had become Africa's largest trading partner, with trade volumes reaching $254 billion. Recent developments, diversification, and challenges. In recent years, China's engagement in Africa has diversified beyond trade and infrastructure to include healthcare, education, and technology sectors. However, challenges have emerged, including concerns over debt sustainability and the environmental impact of certain projects. In 2024, discussions at the FOCAC summit addressed these issues, emphasizing sustainable development and mutual benefit. Overall, the China-Africa relationship has transformed from limited early interactions to a multifaceted partnership, significantly influencing Africa's development trajectory and China's global economic strategy. South Africa's accession. In 2010, South Africa joined BRICS, marking the group's first expansion and introducing an African perspective to its deliberations. This inclusion aimed to enhance cooperation between BRICS nations and the African continent, focusing on economic development, infrastructure investment, and political collaboration. South Africa's participation has facilitated dialogues on issues pertinent to Africa, such as sustainable development and regional security. The 15th BRICS Summit in August 2023 extended invitations to Ethiopia and Egypt, among others, to join the bloc. Their full membership took effect on January 1, 2024, further amplifying Africa's representation within BRICS. Ethiopia, with its rapidly growing economy and strategic location in the Horn of Africa, brings valuable insights into regional stability and development challenges. Egypt, as a leading economy in North Africa and the Arab world, contributes its experience in trade, energy, and cultural diplomacy. Ministerial Conference in Russia. During the first Ministerial Conference of the Russia-Africa Partnership Forum, held in Sochi on November 9 and 10, 2024, Russia reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening ties with African nations.